So there's a big problem going on with religion today and who we are and how so many people aren't accepted based on certain religions, and it's just not right. That's not what God wants. If you're a Christian and you think that a gay person or somebody all tatted up or somebody who's divorced or a young girl that got pregnant out of wedlock isn't living the lifestyle that God wants, they're here for a reason. They're here to make, to help us evolve in what we need to do as far as God's want, God's meaning of life, which is a very a more tolerable person, a person who can handle love. We're on an A to Z path evolving as man, and you know turning people away from God based on their lifestyles just is not what he wants. God wants you to know that you are here for a reason. You are helping us, get to where we need to go. Tolerance is huge. Tolerance has been God's tolerance towards man all throughout time, man's tolerance towards man, even in, just in America. Just to look at since America 250 years old, and look how far we've came. I mean, there was some pretty harsh times for a lot of people. People were not accepted, and maybe they're not fully accepted the way they should be right now, but we're getting there. And that's simply the path that God wants. And turning down people, feeling like you need to be turned away, you're being turned away from God, is not how it needs to be. You do not need to go through a religion to get to God. God is inside every one of us. We're all taught that in Christianity or anything else. God is in us all. Look in your heart, talk to God, tell him you love him, let him tell you he loves you. Feel like you're protected by God. If anybody tells you that you need to go through Jesus or a priest to get to God, is simply trying to control you. They're trying to keep you from God. He is there. Find him and talk to him. Let him know. One thing God does not want is us influencing the children, putting our, ideologies and stuff on the kids. Now it's all right to, help them build a relationship with God himself, but God does not want us, God wants everybody to make their own decisions and go on their own paths and be happy about the life that they chose. So I know a lot of people are going to be upset with what I had to say, about Jesus, and Jesus deserves to be praised. Your Joseph Smith or your Muhammad deserve to be praised for bringing you to God. But if you think that your religion is just the best out there, it's just another religion, another way, another tool God has used to bring people to God, and he still wants that to continue. He's going to bring down whatever he needs to get you to God. There's many different roads to him, and how can one that leads to the benefit of man, the better of man, be wrong? How can it be wrong? You're gonna find bad people in all religions. You're gonna find guys that think they need to marry 12-year-olds or three 14-year-olds or whatever. Or you're gonna find priests that use their power to sleep with kids, or other religions that take up arms against other religions. There's always going to be the bad in religion. You do not need the religion to get to God. He's in there. He's in all of us. Simple as that. I got another video. If you need to know how to reach God, look at my other video. Boom, it's right there. You reach God. I'll tell you the meaning of life in the video. I'll tell you what you need to know. God talks to me. God talks to us all. He'll tell us what his end game is for us all. He might not necessarily tell us all the same thing, but he tells us what we need to hear to get to where we need to be. God will love us. God wants you to love him. He's the Father. What father does not want all their kids to give an I love you? What father does not want to tell their kids, hey, I love you? You're going to be the best you that you can be. You don't need other people holding you back. You don't need other people, other religions, saying you can't do this, you can't do that. We're all good people. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're not, then you're going to be dealt with because you're not. And you're not a good person because you're gay, or you're not a good person because you're tatted up, or you're divorced, or whatever. You're, you know, it's the sin, it's the commandments, the killers, the dirty people out there, the demons. There are demons among us, and they're here for a reason also, just like you. They're gonna make us tougher. They're gonna evolve that emotion of love. Every moment of grief that we have, every heartbreak, every tough time, all that is what is leading man to be a more evolved human being. Oh, what is evolution? Well, evolution's not right. It says that evolution's not, it's all right. It's all together. We're all here for a reason. Everything that's here is here for us to look up and discover. Sorry to break it to you, the dinosaurs are real. We found them. We looked in the ground, they were there. Lost cities, time. We don't know what it's there for. So the big picture is love God, find God inside yourself, build that relationship with him. That's what he wants. He does not need everybody being turned down or feel like they're nothing because God doesn't want them. God wants everybody, regardless of what you did, regardless of what sins you make and what lifestyles you live. It's as simple as that, folks. Watch my other video, learn to pray, learn, what path we're on. Any questions from me, comment. I'll get to them. I'll get to you. I ain't got nothing else to do. Later.